You don't need referrals, you don't need ads, and you definitely don't need a reputation. When I started my contracting business, I had none of that. I was 19 years old, looked like a teenager, and nobody had ever heard of me. But I still landed well over 100 jobs in my first year. So if you're new to contracting and you're struggling to find work,
we do have a plan, but we don't have the finances to pay for anything.
Or you're just tired of wasting money on services like Angie, then listen up because this video is for you. I'm breaking down the 5 exact strategies that got me and other contractors like myself our first 100 customers, ranked from the most basic moves that anyone can do to the most powerful strategy that helped me scale past 6 figures. But before I show you the highest leverage strategy that helped me explode my business, we're starting with something that every beginner needs to master. Cold calling. Not the scammy, awkward kind. No. I'm talking real, honest conversations that actually get results. Let me show you exactly how it's done right now. So I appreciate you having me call some of these people for obviously your fencing business. We'll just keep going on with this list. And yeah, I think we can land something.
Hello?
Hey. Hey, my name is Amber. I work with Reed here at Fraser Valley Chain. How you doing?
Good.
Amazing. I know we submitted a bid for, I think it was like 257 feet of black fence with 2 gates. Where are you guys at with that project?
Fortunately, with our building, it goes to the board. Got a few projects on the go, so they're trying to prioritize, I'm assuming.
Is there another project or a smaller version of this project that we can potentially provide for the board to make their life exceptionally easier?
We have fencing in place around our patios on our site.
How about this as an idea? We start with a patio, we get that cranked out in like a week or so, and then when we come back to the board, or we're committing to like this pretty good sized project here, we can at least start with something simple.
Right now, our patios are fenced. We have those done. But we have a public thoroughfare between 2 buildings, our property and the neighboring property. That's the proposal put forward to the board.
I understand. Would it be possible for me to speak to somebody on the board to at least get like their take on the bid so that if there's any sort of customizations, we can at least give it to them? What are your thoughts?
I can put the information, if you send me your information, I will put it through to the board.
I really do appreciate you, and we're going to send you that email, okay?
Awesome. Well, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, sir. Have a good one. Boom. Just like that. A potential client. But before we talk more about cold calling strategy, let's dive into possibly one of the most effective strategies for getting your first few clients. Starting with the one that built my entire first year. Door-to-door sales. This is where it all began. I used to knock on doors every single day, 15 hours a week, rain, shine, didn't matter. I'd walk neighborhoods like this until my legs hurt. And in that first year, I found over 100 jobs just by doing this. And it's so simple, you can start today. And let me be clear, I had no reason to be trusted. I looked like a baby. I didn't have like a fancy truck, no online reviews, nothing. All I had was a flyer, a pitch. And here's exactly what I said.
Hey, how you doing? Happy Sunday.
Hey, yeah.
My name's Amber. I work with McDonald General Contracting. We specialize in interior renovations, kitchens, bathrooms, basements.
Okay.
We just finished talking to Craig and his wife Victoria, as well as Roy McDonald.
Okay.
We're just wondering, what interior renovation project were you thinking of getting done this season or the winter?
We're not.
Nothing like that? Okay. One of the things, the reason I wanted to approach, we're going to be giving them a quote on Saturday, but I did notice some peeling out front with the paint.
Right.
What's the plan?
You know what? Right now, we do have a plan, but we don't have the finances to pay for anything.
You know what? I do respect the
Okay.
financial discipline, because obviously you have probably other priorities.
Okay. That's great, though. No,
yeah.
It's good for us to know.
Something to just kind of plant the seed is
Okay.
we don't typically need to do everything to
No,
still
of
get the
course.
desired results. So if I'm just looking at the garage door,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think that's going to cross the 4-figure mark.
We're looking at replacing the garage door, but because of the
Oh, yeah.
way it is, we have to do some reno inside the garage.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Is something we've kind of realized is there's renovation projects that snowball into
Okay.
larger ones.
Yeah.
But you can get the same kind of cosmetic effect. If you're saying, hey, look, Amber, we're not making any serious investments
Yeah.
for 3 years,
Yeah.
you can at least potentially put lipstick on it in the
Okay.
meanwhile for quite reasonable.
Okay.
like, does that line up with any of your objectives, or does that seem kind of like not aligning?
You know what? No. Let me, when my husband gets home, let me talk to him about it.
Yeah.
The garage door, we can definitely, and then we can give you guys a call to come back. And when he's home, he can talk to you about what he has.
Are you guys around Saturday? We're going to be giving a quote. We can just come by.
Saturday?
Yeah. Saturday morning, 10 a.m. ish.
Yeah.
Thank you for being so gracious. I really just want to try to help. So thanks for your time. Cheers.
That's it. Simple, direct, no pressure. Now, of course, some people closed their doors on me. Some took the flyer and never called me back, simply to be expected. But some did call back, and they gave me a shot. And after that first job went well, I can get 2 or more from the neighbors. And a super secret insider tip? Whether or not you get a lead from the door, get the person's name that you just talked to. Then, in the next door, just say that you finished talking to Bill before going into the rest of your pitch. And be consistent. You won't land a client every day, but if you show up with a clean flyer, a confident intro, and no pressure, you will land jobs, no doubt. And this one strategy alone can get you to 6 figures. It did for me, and it can for you as well.
Our contractor is supposed to be doing interior, but he sort of left us an alert. So,
Oh, no.
reminder card in case we're unsuccessful with.
Yes. When was the last time you talked to him? Yeah, okay. So you said it's been a couple of years. And what is the area that you were thinking of potentially doing? Is it the back? Is it the side? Is
It would be inside.
interior? Is basement, living room?
Well, we're asking him to do the whole thing.
The whole
so
house.
We'd have to prioritize if we were paying our own dollar.
So they were supposed to do 3 coats.
Maybe. And then someone.
They did one and what, one? Okay.
No.
Yeah.
No.
they
Well,
primed it,
prime and then.
Oh, okay. That's what
It's a
you
long
mean.
story.
No.
But there's still some patches that can be fixed again.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry to hear
Kind
that.
of
Yeah.
piecemeal it.
I understand. So is it going to be a color change or a refresh?
No.
One color everywhere.
Oxford white everywhere.
Which is already what's on there.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. Okay,
Yeah,
great. And then it was
so-
just probably some sanding, some puttying, in some spots,
In
it
some
sounds like.
spots.
The only reason I ask is one of the things like at McDonald, we have like a business background and we've done this for a while. And we just understand like integrity, doing what you say you're going to do and doing it when it's expected of you. It's a small thing that we just kind of focus on. So like timelines, communication is very important for us. So that's why I'm kind of asking these questions because I'm not looking for a transaction, I'm looking for a relationship.
Yep.
So.
No, that sounds good. I mean,
Yeah.
we're friendly.
Okay, Saturday at 10 a.m. We'll give you a call. We're going to send you an email with our insurance guarantees, some references as well,
Okay.
so you can see the work. Thank you so much,
Okay,
guys.
sounds
Much,
good.
good luck with the gardening. Yeah, cheers.
Now, that's how I built my first year. Actual boots on the ground. But what happens if somebody hears of you and then they look you up? So this next strategy is so basic, it blows my mind why so many contractors skip it. It's so easy to do, yet so beneficial for finding work. And that's strategy number 2, a Facebook business page. Put yourself in the homeowner's position for 1 second. Some guy comes up to your door offering to do some work for you. He's polite, seems professional, and you think, this sounds interesting. Let me look him up real quick and see what he's like. So you pull out your phone and you find nothing. No photos, no page, no name, just a blank search and maybe an Instagram from high school. What do? You say, thanks, I'll think about it. And you never call him back. That's what homeowners will do as well, okay? You're not online, you're invisible. You need a Facebook business page, period. You don't need a fancy $5,000 website, okay? Why? Because this becomes your digital proof. When someone sees your flyer or answers your call, the first thing they're gonna do is search your name. And if they find nothing, you've lost them. But if they find a page with before and after photos, finished projects, and recent activity, you just earned their trust. Just like that. And don't overthink it. Your photos don't have to be perfect. It doesn't matter if you post like a blurry photo with maybe bad lighting. What matters is that you're showing the work getting done. Okay, people don't expect Hollywood production. They just want to see you're a real person doing real work. Here's an example of this that was implemented perfectly by one of the renovation companies that relies on our guidance at contracting.com. Every time you finish a job, even a small one, take pictures and post them with a 1-line caption that just says, hey, just finished up this bathroom for a family in Seattle. That's it. That builds momentum. Friends start sharing it, family starts commenting, and local clients would tag each other and say stuff like, didn't you want this done? Suddenly your cold calls and door knocks started converting more because when people Google you, you look like you've been around, even if you just started months ago. And if this part feels overwhelming, don't worry. I put together a free starter guide that breaks down what you need to focus on when growing your contracting business. You can grab that in the description below and use it as your cheat sheet after this video. Remember, your Facebook page isn't just for looks. It's what backs up your reputation. When no one knows your name yet, it gives people something to trust before and after you met them. So posting your own work is good, but when a client shares it for you, that's how you get next level trust. So here's how you can set up that strategy right away. Strategy 3, ask clients to share project photos. This one is sneaky powerful because you're not doing the selling. Your client is. So here's what I started doing early on that made a huge difference. At the beginning of a job, literally, first day, I'd say something like, "Hey, Mr. Client, I'd love to document this project with before and after photos to help grow my business. Would you be open to sharing the photos with social media?" Then I'd follow up with something like, "If I blow you away with the results, would you mind sharing it as well?" That little ask, that casual plant of the seed can change absolutely everything. Take this example of one of my previous clients, Nancy. I asked her this exact thing. And by the time the job was done, Nancy was proud of the work. So when I sent her the finished photos, she shared them, tagged me, wrote a sentence about how happy she was, and guess what happened? 2 of her neighbors saw the post and reached out, and I ended up doing work for both of them. I didn't pay $1 on ads, and I didn't do anything special. I didn't even ask the neighbors. They found me. And that's what happens when you create organic social proof. Pro tip, if you don't live in that one high-value neighborhood, find someone who does. One of your employees, a friend, even a past client, anyone with local credibility. Have them post about your services on their social media. And you can even offer a referral fee for any work that comes from it. It's easier to sell when the message comes from someone people already know and trust. So use familiar faces to open doors you couldn't on your own. People trust their friends and family. So if you can turn one client or employee into a billboard, even one can just have a rippling effect. But look, not everyone will say yes. Some will ignore you. Some will promise to post and never do it. That's fine. You only need a few to create momentum, because once you've got a couple people sharing your work, it starts spreading without you having to push so hard. And speaking of pushing, let's talk about one of the craziest and misunderstood strategies on this entire list. It works. I've proven it works. You saw me do it at the beginning of the video, but 90% of people will never try it because it makes them too uncomfortable. But don't worry, I'll teach you how to do it with confidence. Strategy number 4, cold calling. This one is for the hustlers. Okay, you've got your flyers, you've got your Facebook business profile set up. Now it's time to tap into the other side of the industry. General contractors and builders. You don't need connections. You just need a phone and a couple of hours. Yep, cold calling. I used to sit down, open Google Maps, and type in home builders or contractors near me and start calling. "Hey, I'm Amer. I found you on Google Maps. I'm a cabinetry sub. Do you have any upcoming jobs that I could price out?" For example. That's what you could say. That's it. No long sales pitch, just positioning myself as a helpful backup. And yes, sure, it was awkward at first. I stumbled, got rejected, had a few GCs basically hang up on me. But you know what else happened? Some said yes. Some said, "Actually, yeah, we got something you can take a look at." That's all you need. One shot, one chance to show up, be professional, and do solid work and become the go-to trade. I had one contractor I cold called who ended up sending me 7 jobs over the year to bid on. 7 bids from one call. So you got to stop waiting for leads to find you, and you've got to start the conversation. And yeah, it's uncomfortable. That's the whole point. Getting your first 100 clients isn't about feeling good. It's about doing what works. So now you're getting traction. You're building relationships. What's next? It's time to turn that local exposure into a lead machine. Strategy number 5, home shows. Once you've got some momentum, you're getting work from Facebook, door knocking's working, cold calling is happening, it's time to start thinking bigger. And nothing scales local trust faster than a great home show booth. But here's the truth most people won't tell you. If you show up with a janky banner and no plan, you'll burn thousands of dollars and walk away with 0 clients. So, if you're gonna do this, do it right. Here's what actually works. Clean visuals, before and after photos printed big, flyers that actually look like someone designed them, a short, simple pitch that you can repeat 100 times a day. And when people walk past, you just basically say, hey, we're offering free estimates for your bathroom this month. What are your plans for your bathrooms this year? That's the door opener. And from there, you book the estimate. Or if they're not ready, you collect their name and email so you can follow up later. And when done right, a single weekend at a home show can generate 10, 20, even 50 leads. Some of the biggest clients come from the shows where you stand for hours straight and talk to every homeowner that walks by. And the best part, you only need 1 or 2 jobs to break even. Everything else is profit. And if you thought 50 leads sounded ambitious, Misha, a bathroom renovation contractor who works with us at contracting.com, implemented this literally last year and was able to get over 273 leads. Now, I'm going to break down my full booth setup and sales script in a future video. So if you're serious about doing a home show, make sure you're subscribed. But for now, just remember this. Home shows don't replace the grind. They amplify it. They work best when you've already got a bit of traction, when your social media is clean, and when your follow-up system is dialed in. So don't start here. But once you've got 5 to 10 jobs under your belt, this is how you can go from small time to booked out solid. So look, here's what I want you to remember. You don't need ads, and you don't need a big name. You don't need a website. Anybody telling you otherwise is probably trying to sell you on running ads for you or selling you a website. For most of these, you don't even need money. You just need to put work in. These 5 methods got me my first 100 jobs, not 10, not 20, 100, and they will work for you too if you work harder on them. So don't just watch this video and move on. Pick one strategy and work it. Start today, knock on some doors, make some calls, set up your Facebook page. Whatever it is, just take action. But here's the truth. Everything I taught you today really means nothing if you don't know what to say when someone picks up the phone or opens the door. You have to script your pitch the right way. So if you want to hear exactly how I was able to get a couple of bids live over the phone and a word-for-word script, watch this video right here. Don't wait, watch that right now and land your next job. And as always, thanks for watching. Please subscribe.